All right. Best of 5, Spain against Morocco. Morocco are on a bit of a winning streak at the moment. Well, I suppose not a winning streak because they did lose to their France in the last match they played against them. Before that, though, they beat France twice. So they've beaten France twice, lost to France once. Now they beat England. Can they beat Spain? This is a big rivalry, Spain-Morocco. Countries that are separated by a tiny strip of water at the mouth of the Mediterranean Sea. And now they're separated by, well, I guess the halfway line of Manfield Night. Let's see if Stizzy and AtomiK can keep Drali and Nass at bay. Before I can even complete that sentence, Drali's set up an absolute screamer. AtomiK, I think, had his eye on Drali there. It looks like he was playing for the 50. Not sure he could see Nass coming. I didn't look at his POV on that one, but the fact that he didn't jump tells you one of two things. Either he underestimated Nass's speed in the approach, or he was playing to block Drali and not really looking at what Nass was doing. I know my geography. I mean, come on. Most of you will know where Spain and Morocco are, I'm sure. One in chat if you knew where Spain and Morocco were relative to each other. 2 if you didn't, it's fine. We're not going to make fun of you. It happens. Oh, the overlay. Yeah, let me put that up. Apparently Jack knows where Spain and Morocco is. Nice. Jack, how washed are you on a scale of 1 to 10 after your break? With 10 being maximum washed. Because I know I've asked you this before, and you say that you're one of the players who needs to put in, was it 90 or I can't remember how many hours past 2 to stay at your peak of your game. Genuinely, I'm getting played by 1500s. Are you playing anonymous, or are you running as apparently Jack? That's absolutely phenomenal. I love that. You've had to go anonymous in ranked. I love that, but I also sympathize with it. I'm the same, to be honest. Anytime I play ranked as Johnny Boy, I just get like the most angry people in ranked. I don't know what's going on. Like, people spamming, take the shot, what a save, wow, wow, wow. I'm just like, they just want attention so badly, I guess. They're just doing anything to get it. So I usually just play anonymous to try and chill out. I mean, this is the difference, right? Whenever I meet people at Rocket League events, whenever I meet people in person randomly, I love to, you know, stop and have a conversation, you know, say hi to people. But when I'm playing Rocket League ranked, I'm not in that mindset. I'm not like, oh, cool, let's go out and, you know, meet the Rocket League fans. Let's go to a Rocket League event. It's just ranked, you know. So I guess some people expect content creators, pros, people that they recognize in a video game to just, you know, want to have the same conversation. I don't know. It's always the same thing. Can you sign my profile? Are you real? I'm like, I never reply. I mean, okay, maybe not never, but I've rarely replied when people write messages in ranked, because I just can't be bothered, to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest, just can't be bothered. I just want to chill out, play some games with the boys. Oh, look at this! Look at the shot. Slot by Stizzy. Absolutely gorgeous. Nass with a rare loss of control in defense there. He's been spectacular in defense so far today. Yeah, double tap once they said definitely not the real fear. Yeah, that's one that can go either way for me. Like, I've had sometimes somebody will say, "Are you the real Johnny Boy?" And then I, you know, miss an open net. They're like, "Yep, definitely him." Or like, "Yeah, I'll do something good." They're like, "Nah, it can't be him." But yeah, there's also a wide range of like responses. Sometimes people ask, "Are you the real Johnny Boy?" And someone else in the lobby will say, "No, look at his ping. Can't be him." And I'm thinking, where does this guy think I'm from? As I'm playing EU with EU ping, I'm like, this man thinks I'm in America, I suppose. Really interesting. You know, all kinds of conspiracy theories. Oh, we've got a bit of a headlock here. Nass and Stizzy out the game, so that leaves Drali and AtomiK. Now, I'd take Drali in a 1v1 against AtomiK here. AtomiK is in a decent position so far. He's got... Okay, well, he was in a decent position. Now he's in a bad position. He's lost control of the ball, and Drali has 100 boost. And that means one thing. Drali will go to the air. Oh, he's beamed it though, and he doesn't get the second touch. How much boost has AtomiK got? He's just got enough. I think he's going to get this, surely. Yep, he reads the inside of the post bounce and gets the goal to go up 3-2. Yeah, we're casting twos. We still get a one-throw match in 2v2. Yeah, that's one of the reasons some people say it can't be me, is because I've got good ping in EU. They think I'm from America. I'm like, no, I guess they just think that all Rocket League YouTubers are from America or something like that. Yeah, I've had other people be like, sometimes my rank's like low for whatever reason. Usually if I've like queued up, you know, US West with a pro player who's like 1700, we just lose a bunch of rating. So my rating goes to like, you know, champ 2 or something. And then somebody will ask like, are you the real Johnny? And then someone else in the lobby says, no, he's not this low. I'm like, actually I am. If only they knew. I am this low, it's me. It's me the whole time. Other people even like say, actually, nah, this can't be the real Johnny. He's not champ 3, he's champ 1 or something. I'm like, which is it? You guys can't decide. They just can't make up their minds. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I just like to read it and not engage. So we're about to see the end of Morocco's game-winning streak tonight. If Spain can keep this up, a nice comeback, and that should be it. Stizzy will air dribble the ball for the remainder of the time. It actually does stay up here. Nass is up quick for it, but AtomiK just gets there first, and that put it in a pretty awkward position for Drali, who failed his attempted catch to confirm Spain's 1-0 win. Or 1-0 lead, I should say. They did win this on 3-2. Don't I have an RLCS caster title? I do, but I don't really use it because it says RLCS analyst, and I'm thinking, I don't know, I've always said I don't really think that that is a good description of what me and the other casters do. I mean, yeah, some of us will be analysts on like the analysis desk, but for the most part what I do is commentary or, you know, casting. So I don't know, RLCS analyst, it sounds like I'm like one of these guys in the psionics lab, like doing, you know, player location analysis, doing like some kind of itemization research to figure out what color of wheels to put in the next rocket pass to get the most sales. I don't know, Rocket League analyst, it just sounds like, it's also a green title like developer, so it just sounds like, yeah, you're working in the lab at Psionic. I don't know, I don't think anybody knows what it means. Yeah, like I said, I do analysis, but like, I think that the fact that the RLCS caster title is RLCS analyst is an inaccurate blanket description for what people who have the title do. I think it would make more sense if it just said RLCS commentator or RLCS broadcast team, something like this, you know? Oh, well, that's 1-0 for Nass, a bit of an easy goal for him. Awkward one to stop, as it turned out, for AtomiK, who kind of fell off the post here. Yeah, he definitely had a save there, he just flipped the wrong way. Yeah, I will say it's pretty cool to have a unique, well, I guess it's not unique, but it's pretty cool to have a title like that. But yeah, I've just never used it because it doesn't, I don't think it describes what I do. I know all the guys who do use it, because a lot of the RLCS casters do use the RLCS analyst title. The only question they ever get about it is, what's an RLCS analyst? So I can't be bothered being asked that. It's already enough of the same questions when I play ranked. Never mind, what's an RLCS analyst? I'll pass. They're always complaining about it. It's like, it's all that they get. It's not like, hey, congrats on being an RLCS analyst. It's just like, what is that? Oh, what a touch. Well, hold on a second here. Stizzy has found a way around the last defender here. I think Drali was a bit more worried about the bump than the last touch there. He was trying to stay safe and just ended up letting the ball go past him. Is there any history between these players? Not any beef that I'm aware of. But with most Spanish Rocket League players, you can almost guarantee that at some point they have chain demoed their opponents and made them very angry. So there's a good chance that Stizzy and AtomiK have angered Drali and Nass at some point in the past. Spanish players very well known for their physical play. Oh, speaking of, we almost saw it right there. Nass and Drali both played against that one very well. I'd love to, we were on obviously the demo POV there, the attempted demo POV, but I'd love to go back and watch the dodge POV because it was well done, but didn't really get a hard counter, did they? They just get into midfield play, and Nass has really lost control there. Not the best game here for Nass. He's given away the ball a couple of times here. I mean, to be fair, he has been alone in defense a couple of times, but this is not the Nass that we saw, stopping absolutely everything that England threw at him. AtomiK and Stizzy have had a much easier path to goals than the Englishmen in the last game. I'm trying to remember what the record is for AtomiK and Stizzy in 2v2 show matches. They did win against Radosin and Zen, didn't they? When they played them? I think it was Radosin and Zen, if I recall. But I don't remember if they have played anyone else. AtomiK was once very annoyed at me in Champ 3, says apparently Jack, because I had to go AFK to let my grandparents into the house. Did you type that out, BRB letting grandparents in? Or did you just, you know, say BRB, sorry? How do you address that? What do you do when you've got to go AFK in Champ 3? There's a lot of Champ 3s in chat who no doubt will have to go AFK at some point. What do you do? What do you tell your teammates to try and make them a little bit happier with the situation? Very technical play here by both teams. You just stopped moving mid-game. Did you apologize after you got back? Type reviews, thanks for the 19-month prime. He says, when is Jack coming in Shotcast? Well, Jack's been away. He's been gone for a while, I reckon. What is it now? 2 weeks or something? Ish. But yeah, we always love to have Jack on Shotcast. It's been a while. We'd love to have him on. We're going to probably get back to doing them on Mondays. Don't know if Jack's Mondays are looking busy or not at the moment. No, Drali and Nass looking to come back here. Now Drali's failed aerial shot there actually led to Nass getting an opportunity. Nice recovery demo there by Drali, but Stizzy is there. Still lots of boosts being still in here. Spain are in a bit of trouble. If Morocco can create some distance, they might be able to get a goal here. And here it comes, but not good enough. It was Stizzy there rapidly retreating just to annoy the ball carrier, limit the opportunities he had. It was quite hard to explain to me. You don't think he spoke the best English 6 years ago? Do you remember what he said that made it clear that he was annoyed? If maybe don't say. I don't know what he said, for the record, but at your discretion. Money's looking very free. Do need to make a push to 1600 sooner rather than later, which could take a large amount of my time. I mean, if you need any help with that, just let me know as well. I'm, you know, regularly 15, 1600. I can give you a wee help if you need it. Oh, what a pinch, but that's not going to cause any problems for Morocco, who are back into the game here, back into the series, and now looking to build on that comeback that they've just secured. Nass to the sidewall, rebound attempt. Drali cut in the play again, but not really getting much for his job there. AtomiK flip reset wave dash shot. Gives Stizzy a free run at the ball. AtomiK getting decent power on his follow-up aerial shot. Everything being swatted away by Morocco for now. Stizzy, infield off the sidewall to AtomiK. Back to Stizzy. Set fast on net. On Nass has saved it, but just barely. And Drali's going to keep this one up, or at least try to. I think Spain were pretty interested in playing for the 0-second goal as well. UNCRK 100-0 win-loss ratio in PS4 2s was unreal. Well, yeah, you never played against AtomiK and Stizzy, did you? Let's look at this. The Spaniards back at it again. Nass just had his bluff called there. He tried to fake that he was going for this one, but AtomiK could see that there was really no danger going for the shot. And Nass, who backed off to net, had no chance of stopping a shot that quick to the top shelf. Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse here for Morocco. I mean, these games have been respectable, but we've had a comeback win from Spain. Now we've had a comeback attempt by Morocco denied. AtomiK and Stizzy have made life very difficult for Drali and Nass here. Not really seen any team be able to do this in any of their previous matches. Do we have another match after? This will be it for tonight. We're just going to have this one, but I love doing national twos. I'm thinking of maybe I'm not going to do like a big national twos event or anything, but I'm thinking of doing some kind of small national twos event, if that's something you guys are interested in, because I don't think twos gets enough love. You know, there's a small yet vocal minority of the Rocket League community who think that twos is boring to watch, and I can't disagree anymore. Oh my word, what was that from Stizzy? He just absolutely flung the ball. Somehow they've made it into an attacking play. Yeah, twos is the most played game mode in Rocket League for a reason. It is fun to play, it's easier to play than any other game mode because you just need one teammate. You don't have the stress of being completely alone like you do in ones. So it only makes sense if, you know, if it's fun to play, it's definitely going to be fun to watch at a pro level. I think sometimes people compare a small 2v2 show match or 2v2 ranked content, because let's be honest, most of the content or the 2v2 content that people consume is ranked 2v2. And some people in the community, they watch ranked 2v2, then they compare that to RLCS and they think, well, RLCS is way better, 3v3 is miles better than this rubbish. But you're comparing twos ranked to RLCS. Of course it's going to be a win for RLCS, a win for 3v3. But if there is a big twos tournament or a big twos circuit like RLCS, I can promise you it would be every bit as entertaining as 3v3. Not to say RLCS isn't, but I think twos would do just as well as an esport. And I had a ton of fun watching it at Gamers 8. Twos, ones, for me, were the highlights. It was just something a bit different than the threes. I liked seeing the new teams in threes, though, to be fair. The teams that had new signings. Yeah, I mean, there were good threes games as well, don't get me wrong, but yeah, twos and threes for me were the highlight. You think twos and ones would do better? I think the potential's there. I really do. I think that they could all coexist. I've said this many times, but for me, I think the coolest way to integrate twos and ones to the Rocket League calendar would be to have small official RLCS circuits for twos and ones that run alongside RLCS 3v3. And if you're wondering, well, how's that going to work when RLCS is on most weekends during the season? Well, the way that I would see it working is to have 1v1, or rather maybe have 2v2 Tuesdays and 1v1 Wednesdays. Simple. RLCS 2v2 Tuesdays, 1v1 Wednesdays is midweek stuff, and that would give RLCS players who play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it would give them a nice break on Monday, and then they can get into their twos, threes, or I mean their ones and twos in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and then you've got a nice break on Thursday before you're back to Friday, Saturday, Sunday 3v3. And I really don't think that would interfere too much with scrims. It's something a bit different. You know, the reason why I think this, again, all my opinion, I think the reason why Rocket League pros are often accused of being lazy and they're accused of not working hard enough, not scrimming enough, is because it gets very repetitive just playing threes, three scrims, threes, more threes, 3v3 tournament, 3v3 tournament, more three scrims. If you're mixing it up, if you're doing actual 2v2 and 1v1 competition on the regular, it would be a fresh breath of air. You'd have like the variety for the viewers, the variety for the players, and you'd also, I think this is one of the most important things, you'd have the chance for a player to officially establish themselves as the best player in the world at multiple game modes. Imagine Zen. Right now everybody kind of agrees that he's the best threes player. Imagine he also wins 2v2 and wins 1v1 at the same time. You could have somebody pulling off the triple. Here, I'll tell you what, it could be Drali if he's playing like this. That is a pretty nice goal. I'm glad we watched that one back. What a finish by Drali. Oh my goodness, the efficiency of the setup was unreal. It's going to be surely the game for Morocco. 4-0. By far their best outing yet. It's a long way back for Spain in this one. Yeah, I don't know. I've spoken about that whole 1s, 2s, 3s RLCS thing in the past many times. I think it would be quite easy to do, because you're just, instead of making something brand new, you're just taking something that already works, aka RLCS, and applying it to a different game mode, putting way less money at it, and yeah, I think value for money, difficulty of execution, that's by far the easiest option I can see for RL Esports to take. Yeah, 1 in chat if you like that idea. 2 in chat if you think that idea sounds rubbish and you just want only 3s RLCS and you think I should shut up about 1s and 2s RLCS. Both answers are fine. It's a matter of opinion. Until the circuit exists and we can see it actually happen, we can never be sure whether it would work or not. Yeah, I'm fairly confident it would work. I think the variety is king in esports. Esports, in my opinion, Rocket League especially, is way too young to just try and copy a sport, an actual sport like you know, football or something, or like basketball. You know, a lot of people look at these sports and they think, hey, that works. You know, they just do the same thing every year and that works. More and more people watch every year. That's because these sports are part of people's lives from a very young age. Rocket League became part of people's lives at some point. Except, you know, I'm sure for some kids who are very young, they've known Rocket League to just always exist, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Rocket League's always existed for some people. Yeah, I think variety is king in esports. If you just copy paste the same thing over and over again, it's just gonna, I don't know, just gonna get repetitive naturally, as you'd expect. Basketball had 3v3 in the Olympics, really? Rocket League needs bigger maps. I wouldn't mind seeing it experimented with, but one of the things I think would need to happen is if the map is bigger, I think the goal also needs to be bigger. I think if you make the map bigger, you've also got to make the goal a bit bigger. Because goals are fun, and if you make the map bigger, it's harder to score. Less goals, not fun. Make the goal bigger. 1v1 World Champion puts less value into the title. Only if you think about it in the context of one title. Like RLCS World Champion. Right now, RLCS is 3v3. So, of course, that it is what it is. It means what it means. But if there was, you know, a dual circuit, if there's a 2v2 circuit alongside RLCS, you could just come up with different names for it. Like, it could just remain RLCS 3v3, RLCS 3s, RLCS 2s. Call it any you could call it that, or I think Drali's just missed an open top corner there, as his apology would indicate. Yeah, you could call it something different. It could just be a different thing entirely. Is Drali going to seal this? I think he tried. The demo was enough. Yeah, imagine if somebody was a double world champion in the same year. They won 2v2 and 3v3. They could have a special title made where they're called RLCS. What would it be? Like 2023 for double champ. And if you win all three, you're the RLCS 23-24 triple champ. Alright, it could just be RLCS double world champion, RLCS triple world champion. I mean, don't they already have stuff like that for Panda, K-Dop, and Turbo? What's Turbo's unique title again? Totally forgotten for some reason. But I don't think it takes away from being a world champion at all. I don't think it would do anything of the sort. I think it could only add more ways for players to elevate themselves above the rest of the pack. I mean, do you guys think if Usain Bolt retired as only the 100-meter world record holder, that he'd be as great as, you know, if he retired with the 200-meter world record and the 4x100 world record as well? Of course, retiring with all three is better than one. And in the same way, if you could win world championships in multiple disciplines, it's simply just going to be more grand. Now, it doesn't take anything away from somebody's 100-meter win if someone else wins the 200-meter, I'm saying. It's just a different thing. It's called the 4-time, of course. 4-time world champion. 3-time world champion, yeah. Yeah, there's a difference between 2-time world champion and the double world champion. Double world champion would mean you've done it in 2 game modes. Or it could be 2-mode world champion. I don't know. It's very easy to come up with options for that. This is turning into a very tightly fought game here. Nice placement by Nass to make it 2-0. The whole lobby just kind of agreed to stay on top of the ball there, give each other no space, but when it did break free from that cluster, Nass was the first to react. Drali have a team for next season. I don't know if anybody's got a team locked in for next season just yet. Well, publicly at least. Oh! I expect he will. Before next season starts. Don't you worry about that. Sorry, I was trying to find the goalkeeper POV. That's not a bad flick, is it? Not a bad flick by Drali. Oh my goodness. They are coming back in this series. Crushing win in game 3. And now an equally crushing lead in game 4. Just so it looked like Spain were going to run away with it. Morocco have blown them out of the water. I think that flick actually kissed the bar on the way in as well. It probably lost a bit of speed compared to the initial point of contact. A key boost grab there by Stizzy. AtomiK. Oh, it's a gorgeous first touch. Shot not equal to it, but that's a really hard first touch to make there by AtomiK. He did well. Now here comes Nass. Drali looking for the double bump. And it's Nass now with the flick. He's denied by the bar. Oh my god. Well, Drali and Nass have made their intentions pretty clear. They are going to just flick for the win mid-air. Is Nass going to go for it again here? He's not got a reset yet. Now he does. Has to use it early with the challenge coming towards him. Spain have survived that onslaught. They're still in a good position here to make a comeback happen. Stizzy now with the reset. Goes for a second one. Goes for a third. It looks like Morocco had it under control. The boost is at a premium here. AtomiK almost makes it 2 for Spain. Big 50-50 there from Drali. Nass uses the just brief moment of respite there to credit his teammate's save that just happened before it. Another save coming through for Morocco. The Spain are all over them here. AtomiK with the solo play. Stizzy lurking behind him, waiting for the opening. There it is. He dives in, but Drali gets goal side and makes the save. Still though, much better from Spain. This is the pressure that they were lacking earlier on. They were completely dominated by Morocco for most of game 3 and 4. Now in the closing minute, it's all Spanish pressure. Drali's lost it. Stizzy has AtomiK in the middle, but again it's Morocco getting goal side. That's a big clear. That's going to frustrate Spain. Waste a lot of the remaining time. And a great cut as well by Nass. This is now very much Morocco's. And they seize it with both hands as Drali demos the last man and scores a 4th goal. We are going to game 5. I did not expect this to go to game 5 after I saw the way that Spain were playing. Nass, just fell off a bit in defense, and Drali looked like he'd fallen asleep in offense compared to what these two were doing earlier. But oh boy, they're back, and they're back with a vengeance. Spain unable to get a consolation goal. Denied by the bar once more. If you think back, it was actually Morocco who denied a stunning back-to-back goal with Drali and Nass going for reset top bins flicks one after another. Yeah, Drali's going pro this season. That's the plan at least. So game 5, Morocco looking to make it 3 winning records in a row. They've already beaten France, England, and now Spain. Playing them close, but losing their lead. Stizzy's got AtomiK at the far post here. Decides to go himself, and it's denied by the bar. But notice the positioning there by AtomiK. You should definitely be trying to do that in your own games when you play with a friend of yours and you're in comms together. It's a bit of a risky position if you're playing with a random teammate in low rank, because they're most likely just going to miss off the near post and give the counter-attack to the opposition. But if you're playing with a teammate, it's a lot easier actually for him to pass the ball to you, to center it to you in 2v2 if you're at the far post, that like that, the way AtomiK was. The more common thing for Rocket League players to do when they're following or waiting for a center ball in 2v2 is to wait near post, so be careful not to do that. Big mistake. Well, okay, we've got a 2-goal lead for Spain. And it's Drali with the panic flip. He just flipped on the spot and left the net wide open. This is a pretty ugly couple of goals here for Morocco. Lost one to a 50-50, bouncing straight into their net. Now another to an accidental backflip. Luckily, if you're going to go down by 2, you'd rather do it with 4 minutes to go. Nass with the back pass. Now Drali collects. He missed his touch there, so that's going to cause him to lose control. Great job by AtomiK. Demos Nass and then carries Drali away from the ball. Stizzy's misread that bounce. AtomiK's fired it way wide. And what could have been Spanish pressure has been turned over. Drali from distance had Stizzy pre-jumping extremely early to try to stop him. AtomiK had the save in the back. Nass has to use a lot of boost to get this one up in the air, but he actually won't even have to do that because Drali's dealt with the goalie. It was AtomiK who went for the long recovery back, and Drali sniped Stizzy. He tried to reverse to dodge the demo, and I think that would have been necessary. I really don't see Nass in that position having enough boost to get a flip reset and then use it to put a threatening shot on target. No idea how good Drali is in threes. Well, we won't know until we see him play threes in competition, of course, but you can absolutely guarantee that Drali's playstyle is perfect for 3v3. I mean, Nass also has a really good playstyle for 3v3. Nass, for the last season, has kind of struggled to get the results to back up his talent, back up his ability. And sometimes you just need to wait until you get the right team. You've got to just keep on grinding. It takes some players longer than others. Yeah, don't get it mistaken. Nass struggling in 3v3 for the past season is not because he's a bad threes player, not because his playstyle's bad for threes. Sometimes you just don't have the right team, don't have the right run of form, don't have the right confidence. So many things can influence how well a player is going to play. Especially with the rise of Zen, I'm sure everybody's going to be expecting and hoping that Drali does something the same, Naupo does something the same over in Mina, but you've got to go easy on these guys. They're young players, and if they don't have, a tournament win in their first ever result, there's nothing wrong with that. Most players don't win their first tournament. Most Rocket League World Champions haven't won their first tournament. They've taken time to grind up the ranks and to find a team that fits them best. Yeah, hopefully the Rocket League scene is patient with the new generation, the new generations, I should say. Gives them time to produce the results we know they can. Oh, look at this, 5-1. Yeah, it's really falling apart here. Drali flipping there made it easy for AtomiK to know where he'd be. The demo was automatic to leave the net open. Oh, what a read though! Look at this by Drali. Stizzy and AtomiK mercilessly looking for a 6th goal. Oh no, actually Stizzy just beamed it. Okay, good read though by Drali nonetheless. It was a really good shot to counter Stizzy accidentally messing up his speed flip. I thought maybe Stizzy was trying to go for some kind of kickoff strat there. Drali and Nass are. It's actually them who get demoed for their trouble. Nass high with the shot. He actually had a good angle to go for that one. Just barely deflects this one over, but look how quickly Stizzy's up for it. It's off the post. Drali misses. The pre-flip from Nass covers most of the goal. Here comes Drali again. Nass looking to demo ahead. Time getting away from Morocco a little bit here. They need to be clinical with their finishing. It's been a bit of an explosive minute that we've just seen. And now it's calming down. Oh, Stizzy missed it! And Drali scores a third. Well, now we're really in a close game all of a sudden. AtomiK accidentally backboarded it, and Stizzy missed the read. He just had to hit that upwards, sideways, either way, or, you know, just anything at all, really, other than his goal. Even into his own backboard would have most likely worked. Drali trusted the miss. And I mean, in that position, you can't really do anything else but hope the defender misses. Over a minute for Morocco. Not much more than a minute, though. Nass unable to get it middle to Drali, who's jumped, and it's going to be another goal for Spain. Well, they went all in, maybe a bit early there. And it was a very speculative effort. Pre-jump from Drali on Nass's attempted centre ball. I would have probably preferred to see a solo play there. Something a little bit safer. And now in an attempt to make it closer, they've conceded again. This was an attempted read there from Nass. Hoping that AtomiK would just hit the ball softly into him so that he could chip it over the top and give Drali an easy shot. Not the correct execution there, really. Got a bit too close, and I think that will be game over. So Morocco, after successes in 2 show matches, have now met their greatest foe. AtomiK and Stizzy proving to be deadly opponents. If I recall, they did lose a match, AtomiK and Stizzy, to TRK and Naupo, who then, you know, TRK and Naupo lost to France. Then we've had France lose to both Spain and Morocco. Although I don't think when France lost to Morocco, it wasn't the main team, it was a couple of pickup teams, really. Yeah, KSA in their most recent match against France did come out on top, so I guess that puts, in show matches at least, TRK Naupo at the top of the pile. I'd love to. A lot of people have been asking Daniel Beast Mode. Daniel Beast Mode. Will you get Daniel Beast Mode? I'd love to see Daniel Beast Mode in show matches. They were phenomenal in best of 1 crew battle format. I'd love to see what they can do in a show match. They've been great in NA tournaments as well. They've won a couple, done well in another few. I really wish we could see it. You know, I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one who wishes there was a big 2s tournament that could get together all the best players in the world. And, you know, just pure 2v2. Crew battles is great as well. Love crew battles, love 1s, 2s, 3s. But, yeah, 2s is probably the most neglected format right now when it comes to big international competition. Hopefully one day. At least I hope one day we'll see it. For now, though, thanks to all these guys for coming on. Spain, Morocco, putting on a great show for us. Phenomenal 5-game series. Spain coming out on top, shaking up the rankings a little bit here. But yeah, GG's to all these players. Yeah, hopefully we can see more of them in other 2v2 matches. If you guys like the 2v2 matches, be sure to let me know, because I know 1v1 is pretty much universally accepted now. But if you guys like 2s as well, like I do, you like the occasional switch up, then yeah, I'd love to know what teams you guys want to see play on the channel.